Hey guys, welcome back to Snapper and Chronicles. We're coming back at you with another ratchet video. This time a little bit more of a specialty, I guess, ratchet we have here. It's looks pretty familiar. It's made, I'm pretty sure, by Snap-on. This is it says Hi-Shear right there. You could barely make it out. Hi-Shear Corporation, and this model is the HLH101-250 ratchet. And in between the on and the off, you see a 5, and that style 5 corresponds to Snap-on 1995, I'm pretty sure. But before we jump into it, if you guys can do me a favor, if you like any of this style of content, you can do me a favor and hit the like button, and most important, hit the subscribe button and let me know how you feel about this stuff. Okay, yeah, here's a look at it. It has the typical plate from a Snap-on, has the letters engraving, replace worn parts, clean, inspect, and oil regularly, and warning in the middle. This anvil or gear, it's pass through, and it doesn't have a ball detent either on the anvil. As you can see, there's no ball detent, so that's what makes me think this is like a specialty style ratchet. Maybe I'm thinking most likely something aviation tool, a specialty tool ratchet for aviation, something in aviation. Not sure what it is. You guys that have more info or recognize this style of ratchet, yeah, let me know in the comments what the deal is with these. And to open it up, has 2 screws, 2 flatheads in this case, and this is what they look like. It's a pretty small ratchet. This is like I measured 4 3/8 on the length of the ratchet. And here's the other screw. And no Loctite or anything on them, just basic tiny slotted screws. And here is the mechanism coming out. You just push it out, and here is the plate. The plate, typical Snap-on plate, pretty thick, you can see there. This is a 1/4 inch, by the way. Like I said, it's pretty small. And here is the gear. The gear is pretty coarse. I think there's just 20 teeth on this gear. This is what it looks like, and like I said, it's a pass-through pass-through gear. There's a hole that goes through. Not sure if it's supposed to stick a tool in there to hold something down while you're ratcheting. That's probably what I imagine this style ratchet is doing. And here's a look inside the mechanism. Typical old style Snap-on mechanism and broaching interior. Has one pawl, a batwing style pawl with 1 tooth on each end, and a ball and spring underneath that. The pawl is pinned to the switch. There, the switch has a pin that goes through the pawl, and they pin it right there to keep it in place. Yeah, small, 20 teeth, so I don't think you probably need more than 1 tooth for this style of ratchet, and it probably is pretty strong just with that setup there. But that's a good look at the inside. Like I said, this is typical Snap-on from a few years ago. I'm not sure if they still make these style of ratchets. I think they making newer style ratchets, but this is from 1995. As I said, you can see the 5 in between the on and off, so it wasn't too long ago. And to put it back together, I'm not going to take off the switch and peening. That's a gamble. Sometimes you can peen it back good, and sometimes it'll break or whatnot, so I'll just leave it at that. And you guys pretty much know what I mean about the setup ball with spring underneath of the pawl there, and you put the plate back on and mash it down. And these plates are pretty, the tolerances are pretty tight. The plates are not really loose. You might have to push through or hit it with a little hammer, a little saw face hammer if it gets stuck. And I've seen that happen with these Snap-on style of ratchets, and the plates sometimes they kind of could be difficult to get off. And you put the screws back on. Remember, not super duper tight because these screws are pretty small, and I wouldn't say delicate, but you know what I mean. If you need to have it really secure, I would suggest some thread locker on the threads of the screws to keep them in place. And that's what it looks like when it's ratcheting. And as you can see, it's mighty coarse. But yeah, that's a company. Not sure about this company. Like I said, looks like Hi-Shear, shear having to do with aviation, like wind shear. I'm imagining probably a company that contracted out specialty tools from manufacturers. This one, Snap-on, to make tools for them for the aviation field. Something kind of similar to ratchets, but something more specialty that's needed in the industry. So there you go. Okay guys, until next time.